What's going on, motherfuckers? So today we're going to be talking about a game that is being hyped to the moon. There's a lot of people's game of E3, and that is Jump Force. Now, I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, cool. We're getting another basically like anime battle royale. Now, when I saw that's when I saw the initial trailer. Now, when I actually saw gameplay, a lot of my hype for it kind of died. A lot of people are hyping this game up to be the fucking, I don't even know, the second coming of my fucking hairline or some shit. Like, people are hyping this shit up to the moon, and I believe hype can be a good and can be a bad thing. Because it can be good because obviously hype brings in sales. Like, you want those sales, you want people to buy your game, okay? And hype brings a lot of them. But also what hype does is it raises the level of like expectations. Like, people have really high expectations for this game purely based off the minimum amount of gameplay they've seen and a minimum, like, just very minimum amount of gameplay. They have high expectations. Now, what could happen is if this game doesn't meet those people's expectations, then in their mind it's going to be like, well, this game is trash because it didn't meet my expectations. The game could be good, but it just could not be as good as you thought it would be. And in your mind, you're gonna be like, oh, this is trash. I feel like this is very dangerous territory. And it has nothing to really do with, I believe Bandai's making this game. I can't remember. I think Toei. I can't remember who the fuck is making this game off the top of my fucking head. But, it's not their fault. It's a lot to do with the community. It's a lot of hype surrounding this game, and in my opinion, I am not impressed. I don't want to be that negative guy, but I'm going to be that negative motherfucker, bitch, because this game looks basically like a slightly improved version of J-Star's Victory Versus. If you've never played J-Star's Victory Versus, it's very similar to the playstyle of Jump Force. It's open like open battlefield, like battle royale, like a character and 2 assists. It's very, very similar in what it is. I've noticed some improvements, like the characters look a lot better. Obviously, we have better hardware now. J-Stars came out for the PS3. It was ported to the PS4, but it originally came out to the PS3. Jump Force is obviously a fucking, is a PS4 game. So I think it's coming to Xbox too, but and PC. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Jump Force characters do look very action figure-y. I don't know if it's just me that sees that, but they look very plasticky. They kind of look like action figures, which is cool. Like, I'm not gonna gripe too much on the art style. When it comes to fighting games, the most important thing is obviously the gameplay. Like, you want a good fighting system, and I feel like that was what J-Stars, like, they failed at. The fighting was awful. Like, I think people are really in love with the idea of what Jump Force is instead of the actual game. Like, if I walked up to somebody who was like, how would you feel about a fighting game with anime characters? You would be like, oh, that sounds great. You're already in love with the idea of what I told you. You haven't seen anything, but you've already in love with the idea. For me personally, it just kind of looks like Jump Force in terms of gameplay is slightly improved from J-Stars. And in order to get a good game from J-Stars, the gameplay needed to be vastly improved, and I'm just not seeing that so far from Jump Force. To be fair, the game doesn't come out until 2019, so there's probably a lot they're still working on the game. There's probably a lot they can add. There's probably a lot there's going to be added. There's probably mechanics we haven't seen yet, but judging from the very minimum amount of gameplay we've seen, if people are able to hype it up from that very minimum amount, I should be able to critique it from that minimum amount. So it looks very sluggish. The impacts look very weak. It doesn't really feel very fleshed out just yet. I can't hype this game up because while the trailer was cool, it was a good announcement. Gameplay wise, more or less, it looks like J-Stars. So, how am I supposed to get a game that plays like get excited for a game that plays like J-Stars? I just possibly can't. So, hopefully, they have a lot of time to fix it. They have a lot of time to improve. But I feel like people are hyping this game up to be the best thing ever. They're going to be they're going to be disappointed as fuck. Like, they're just going to be disappointed. So, take a second to sit back, I know it's hard because you like get like enveloped in the hype. All your favorite content creators are getting hyped. They're hyping it up. They're like, oh, this is hype. This is fire. Take a second. Bring yourself out of the hype. Actually look at the game for what it is. And then you can decide if you like or you're hyped. And I'm not telling you you're not allowed to be hype about it. Like, hype is good, but at the same time, hype can also be bad. So, like I said, just at the moment, I'm not thoroughly impressed with, this game. And, you know, I just hope they do a little more, because right now it's just looking like a slightly better version of J-Star's Victory Versus, which, in my opinion, was not that great. So, let me know what you guys think about this game in the comment section below. If you plan on buying it, let me know why. Of course, the game is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun game. But how long is the game gonna last? It just don't look that great to me. I haven't seen enough to warrant a purchase. So let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. I'm curious to hear other people's opinion. Remember, stop eating ass and pass class. I'm out.